Hi everyone, this is Felicia, and today I am going to be stitching on my layout. I'm going to be doing a traditional back stitch here, and the template that I'm using is an older template from Basil, and the little cushion there that I am poking on top of is also from Basil. So what I've done is I poked the holes that are designed in the template there. And then what I do is I punch additional holes between it because they're too big and I don't like it like that. So I usually, in traditional back stitching, the back stitches aren't so, the holes aren't so far apart. So here you see me poking the extra holes between the bigger ones that, that were already in the template. And once I get this done, then I'm going to stitch this for you. And I'm going to show you just a few techniques of the back stitch and then show you exactly here when I'll hold it up to the camera. There's 6 strands and I'm going to be stitching with 4 strands with this layout. So here you see me taking it apart, dividing up the strands here. So I'm going to be using 4, and that's what I traditionally use is 4 strands. 2 is too small, 3 is okay, but 4 is perfect for me. And if I want it any thicker, then I'll use more. So here you see me sticking the tail end of the stitching there down with some Scotch tape. That's what I normally use. I don't tie a knot because that'll put bulk to the paper, and I don't want that. And plus, you could possibly tear it. So I just make it flat and then I just hold it down with a piece of Scotch tape. So here you see me doing your traditional back stitch. And I'm only going to do part of it and then I'm going to go ahead and skip because you don't want to see me doing that. It gets pretty boring. So there you have it, the completed stitch. That was the back. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss the top of this stem with the rose stamp that I got from the Simon Says stamp. I think that was last year's stamp, not sure. And the embossing powder that I'm going to be using is called, it was iridescent, let me see, I think it was iridescent sparkle, and it's by Judikins. That's what it is. Got my heat tool out there. And you're just going to get a faint look there. See that? And that's all I was going for because I just wanted to have a faint look because the photo that I'm going to be using is going to be the focal point of this whole entire layout. So there I have my 5x7. And that is a picture of a rose that my husband gave me. He actually gave me a dozen of them, but I took the one that was blooming the most, and I took it on, put it on a white countertop, and then I opened up the windows, and I couldn't resist. I just had to take a photo of this rose. Roses are my favorite flower, by the way. I just love those flowers. I don't know what it is about roses, but I really, really like, and I love the smell too. Oh, it's so, ooh, I love it. Anyway, so I'm going to be taking some of these die cuts here that I've had in my stash for a little while, and I'm going to be tucking in behind the photo. And I think these came from SEI. I don't know if anybody remembers SEI, but it was a really, really nice scrapbooking company. So they're really good, really cool. I'm cutting off the edges of that one. I don't want the circles, so I'm just going to cut those off there. See me do that. So I don't know for sure if these are going to work at first, and then there you go, I'm tapping my fingers, so I wasn't sure if they were going to work. And that piece that I just stuck in there is from a Die Cuts with a View pack. That was pretty awesome. It's got some texture to it, interesting texture. So I decided that I would use that piece. And plus I can write on it. That's where I'm going to be doing my journaling. Getting all my pieces situated here. And here's where I figure out, because I've been waiting to use these because they have these have roses on them. You know, they're not really just a plain. They all have roses on them, and I was trying to find some to go with, you know, to spell out the word. Here I am trying to spell it out, rose, and I wanted them all to be green, but they weren't all green. So I fished around and fished around here for a little while until I realized that, okay, there's not enough green here for me to spell out rose. And see, the blue just didn't work for me. So I fish around a little bit more, and I figure out that it's not going to work, and I move on. Once I figure that out, I just move on. I'm still trying to find it. I could tell I'm really fishing because I really wanted this to work. You can see that. Yeah, still doing it. I'm laughing at myself because I was determined to find something to work with that. But then after a little bit, I just, you know, I just figured out I better find something else. So then I go to my old faithfuls there. But anyway, those are Lush alphas, and they have a nice little velvety feel to them. And so I decided to use those to spell out the word rose. And plus, they matched perfectly with the color too, as well. So I just decided to use those. And they have adhesive backing, of course, and their adhesive backing is actually pretty strong. I don't know if anybody ever used Lush before, but the adhesive on that is really good. Alrighty, so now I'm going to stick everything down here. Most of these things that you see me scrapping with today are mainly from my stash. I did not, I hardly used anything from any kit. I don't think I did on this one. As a matter of fact, I don't think I do. And I don't know, the colors in the kit this month were not colors that I could use for this particular picture. So I decided I would just grab from my stash. So I'm putting them all down there and getting them situated here. And like I said, I just love this picture of this rose. So now that I've got all of these down here, I am going to get some older embellishments from out of my stash, as I'm determined to start using a lot of the stuff from my stash along with some of my new, of course. And I'm going to have an interesting combination going on here in a minute as far as what I pull out of my stash once I get all these die cuts put down here. So now I am using what I was holding on to for about a year, believe it or not, is this washi tape. And this washi tape is by Recollections, and that's a brand. I guess it's Michael's brand. And I've been wanting to use this rose patterned washi tape for a while, and now I got an opportunity to do so. And I really like that stuff, and it's pretty thick. So now I am looking for some embellishments here. I originally was going to put down some buttons, but I changed my mind and I grabbed out some of the old embellishments. The stars are from a Freckled Fawn kit, and the little gold, I don't know what you would call those, but the little gold pieces up there in the upper right hand corner are from my stash. I'm using my Zots to hold down these embellishments here because they're metal. And the ones at the top are also metal. So I'm using that to, the Zots, like I said, they hold down any and everything. I mean, they're very powerful. So I was going to put another strip, and then I decided not to, as you can see, because I really wanted to use that. So the journaling on this layout is basically explaining to you that roses are my absolute favorite flower. Red and pink are my favorite colors in roses, and I'm glad that um, the that I really enjoy roses and I don't have pretty much any issues there. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching and take care.